It's time to have fun at the movies again. We got great guests, interesting conversations, sneak peeks at the latest films, and I gotta tell you, sometimes we don't agree on everything. It's On Cinema at the Cinema with me, your host, Tim Heidecker. Hey everybody, welcome to another episode of On Cinema at the Cinema. I'm your host, Tim Heidecker, and we have another show for you where we celebrate movies and the great movies that come out this week with my guest, Gregg Turkington.
Hey guys, good to be here, and congratulations to our host Tim Heidecker for a successful season of Decker.
Well, thank you. I mean,
which,
it's
people are talking about it.
Yeah,
I was
they sure
skeptical,
are.
but man, I'm getting some letters and some cards and some emails, Twitter and things. It's pretty satisfying. It's cool.
Well, it was
And
so fun to do. It was such a fun
It was
project.
fun, definitely.
You conceive of something, then you write it, and you get to produce it and share it with the world. And
I'd like to share this with you. It's a bouquet of flowers and
Look at this.
champagne.
Oh,
Celebrate. A toast
geez.
to Decker.
Look at this. Thank
And
you, Greg.
This is something I think you really like, is
What's
first
this?
published review of Decker.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, and it's a
that.
good one too.
Yeah. Look at
Frame,
this. The
you can put that up
reviewers
in
are
the-
getting reviewed. This is going up on the Wall of Fame. Put this in my saddlebag and take her back to Jackson Hole. This is fantastic.
Yeah.
Man.
Never forget your first review, so you want to save that.
Thanks, Greg.
Yeah,
Yeah,
cool item.
I thank everybody for really. I shouldn't even get into this because I'm going to start crying. It's just been a really hard couple years, and seeing Decker hit the silver screen has been an honor. And I wouldn't have done it without you.
Yeah, well, thanks. I look forward to doing the next season of Decker and the next season of On Cinema. What's going to happen in Decker 2? Can you give us a little bit of a preview about what my role will be and what's going to happen with the whole gang?
Well, I have been thinking a little bit about season 2 of Decker, and now that we've established this sort of universe, and
Yeah.
now it's time to bring in the big guns. So I want to bring in some real actors who can add sort of their weight to it. I don't know how much I see your character continuing into the future of the series, because I feel like we've played that card, and
But my character is sort of the expert on operations in the CIA.
right.
so you
But I
probably
mean,
would-
I think where the character arc for Decker is, I don't want to give too much away here, you know. But let me put it to you this way: your character is in the CIA. The enemy of Decker in the new stuff is the CIA, so it doesn't make sense that he uses them. So that way, but I did get some nice email from Timothy Hutton, who wants to be a part of Decker 2. So
yeah, it'd be cool to work with him.
we can get your hopes up about Decker 2. Still need you here for the show On Cinema. So, but this is really sweet. Thank you for that. Our review of a movie is Sin City, A Dame to Kill For. Finally, Sin City is back, directed by Frank Miller and Robert Rodriguez, starring Jessica Alba, Mickey Rourke, Rosario Dawson, Bruce Willis, and Jamie King. Sin City is back, and it reminds me of the original Sin City from years ago, and it's really one of my favorite movies. It's dark, it has a noir quality to it, and I loved it. I give it 5 bags of popcorn. And what I loved about it was I used my On Cinema app to remind myself about the original Sin City. So the app really came in handy, and I thank God I have the app on my cell phone. Anybody can get it at the App Store. It's On Cinema at the Cinema app on Movie Guide for 2014. And that way you can find out more about Sin City and the other movies of Bruce Willis. Greg, what were your reviews of Sin City?
Yeah, it was good. It's you know, if you've seen the original, you kind of know what to expect, and compare and contrast. You know, a lot of times with movies where there's a sequel, they make a mistake and they leave one of the key actors out of the sequel. You know, whether it's Back to the Future 2 without Crispin Glover, the movie was a flop. If you do this with Decker,
Well, we're not talking
it's
about
not
Decker,
really
we're
the
talking
same.
about Sin
It's-
City.
I know, but when you've established the world, it's like Joe Estevez and me and you as Decker, and to just leave a character that people like out of it, that's when you're running the risk. I mean, if you saw Jaws 2 and you're wondering, well, where's Richard Dreyfuss? And that's why it was half as successful as Jaws, you know. And
Yeah,
these
but
Star
something
Wars
like-
movies where they didn't have Mark Hamill, you know, the Phantom Menace, and people are just thinking to
I wouldn't
themselves,
go
why
ahead
didn't
and
they just
compare
make
yourself to Mark Hamill, okay? You were a bit player. You were almost a glorified extra.
That's
I don't
Mark
think anyone's
Hamill
gonna be-
started out as an extra too in things, but when you're getting fan mail like I'm getting and things, you
I
start to
don't give a
realize
shit
that
about those letters. They're all in the same handwriting. I know it was you. You can't
they
fool
weren't
me.
all in the same handwriting.
Yes, they were.
No, some of it was in cursive. That's not all the
I
same.
was blind, but now I can see. That was the same handwriting. I could tell.
But if you saw American Graffiti and you've got Ron Howard and you've got Wolfman Jack and this cast that you grow to love, and then the more American Graffiti comes out and it's a bunch of no names. Does anyone remember?
Yeah,
more
but let me
American
give you an
Graffiti?
example.
Nobody remembers
Let me give you
that.
an example. Hunt for Red October starred Alec Baldwin. They replaced him with Harrison Ford to make Patriot Games and the other movies I can't remember. Those
Well,
movies
that's
were
it.
better
You
than,
can't remember them,
Yeah,
and
but
that's
those
my
movies
point
were
exactly.
more successful than Hunt for Red
Well,
October.
I don't think a movie that you can't remember is a successful movie.
I think Harrison Ford is probably
no
one of the
one's
most famous
forgetting
actors.
Gone with the Wind. No one's forgetting a movie that's successful.
All right. Well, they did it with Batman too. So,
Well,
anyways,
and the first one was the best of the Batman
give a
movies.
review for Sin City.
Yeah, 5 bags of popcorn, but I do think that it's a cautionary tale of how you can screw up a movie through not honoring the people that have made something what it is.
All right. We're doing another on location.
On Cinema on Location. This is
Okay.
a very special one. I
All
think
right,
you'll like it.
Let's run that.
Hollywood, California. Every street has a story, and these are but just a few on Cinema, on Location.
Hey guys, and welcome to another edition of On Cinema at the Cinema on Location. Today we're at a very special movie location, the schoolhouse from Oh God, 1977's
Stop, thank
Oh
you.
God.
That's enough.
Is starring
Shut it off.
John Denver
Shut it off.
and George.
Just
Just let it run.
No,
It's
I'm-
almost over anyway.
No, that's enough. I'm
The people
canceling
wanted
that
to
seg-
see this segment.
You screwed up, Greg. I told you that there'd be hell to pay if you did that to me again, and you did it without
Did what?
listening.
I'm just giving you a good segment.
Enough of the on God segments. Nobody wants to hear that. That's it. Okay? I asked you not to do it, and you did it. I mean, any movie that was shot in L.A., you go out there and do one of your stupid segments for. Go to the Forest Lawn Cemetery and talk about Michael Jackson and The Wiz or something.
They didn't
I don't
shoot The
care.
Wiz at the cemetery.
Well, all I asked you to do is no more Oh God segments, and you did it, all right? So, do you have anything else? Can you do a popcorn classic?
I could do a popcorn classic, but I mean,
Do a popcorn classic.
but I'll tell you this: people are interested in where films were made.
I know, but they're not interested in where every scene from Oh God is filmed. You understand that? All right? So no more on locations from you because you don't learn your lesson. Throw to a popcorn classic. What do you got? You got it?
Yeah, I got one. Our popcorn classic today is IQ with Meg Ryan, Tim Robbins,
Swear to
and
God, you've done that one before.
that was Q&A. This is IQ.
No, you did IQ. Do we have a record of
we
the
did
popcorn
Q&A like
classic?
2 weeks ago.
No, like I'm talking last year we did IQ.
I don't think so.
Yep.
Q&A. Oh no, wait. I don't think
Is that
so.
with Albert Einstein and Walter Matthau and everybody?
That's it. He's Walter Matthau is Einstein, and maybe we did. This is the one where, well, it's a great movie. It's a comic genius.
What? Who is?
Just Walter Matthau, Meg Ryan, Stephen Fry, Tim Robbins.
All right. Well, that's really kind of a bummer, but Greg.
It's short notice. This is all that I had, so it's. I remember this one. This is a good one. Yeah, I've seen this a couple times. This is a classic. It's very funny.
All right.
Never underestimate the power of love. And Walter Matthau is always great. So
All right. Well, that's another. We recommend IQ again from On Cinema. All right. Thank you guys for watching. It's just I don't know what to tell you. Right? What is this? Junk.
that's not junk.
Drink the whole goddamn bottle.
Oh boy,
Where's my lid?
you forgot the flowers.